How y'all doing tonight? Tonight I'm going to be doing a review. This review is really special to me. It's about a dish that's close to my heart. This is something that we've eaten growing up and all through life. I've really enjoyed this dish. It's a real treat, especially in the southern coastal style down around South Mississippi and New Orleans. It's barbecue shrimp. And barbecue shrimp, it's really not like they're cooked out in the grill barbecue with any barbecue sauce or anything like that at all. They've always just been called barbecue shrimp. They were invented in New Orleans in the 1950s at a little oyster bar / little Italian restaurant. It's called Pascal Manali's. And it was real, I mean, it's always been a real staple there in New Orleans. So basically what the story was is, the proprietor there at Pascal Manali's, he was sitting there in his kitchen one night and he had a close friend of his come in from Chicago. And you got to think about this, was in the 1950s. New Orleans was a port city, still is a port city, but you had a lot of people coming from big cities to New Orleans like you do back then. There's, fine dining, the French foods in there. You had your mingle in, you get your Cajun, your Creole, all that wonderful stuff. And you got people bringing food from up north down there with their recipes and their ideas and stuff like that. And anyway, so the proprietor was sitting there in the restaurant and his friend had come from Chicago and he was telling him about a shrimp dish he'd had up in Chicago. And he said, I can do something like that. He said, but I tell you what, I'm going to make it better for you. And he went back in the kitchen that night at Pascal Manali's and he came up with the dish, barbecued shrimp. And when his friend had it, he said it's the best thing he'd ever tasted. And it just took off from there. And I mean, another iconic place in New Orleans to get is Mr. B's Bistro. But it blew up. You can get barbecue shrimp all around. Everybody puts their own little spin on there. We've even gone up to Memphis. You got some places up in Memphis, the Rendezvous, places like that are doing barbecue shrimp. Everybody's a little bit different. But the basis for the dish is you got butter. You got white wine, LaRouche, you've got some herbs in there, use a little rosemary, stuff like that, some lemon juice. It's wonderful. I've made it before myself. And there's always little different variations on it. That's why I'm really interested in trying this. This one's from Cookwell and Company. I've been testing some of their products. And this here is their two-step New Orleans barbecue shrimp mix. I think it's the two-step mix. And they say this is some really good stuff. And I'll be honest with you, this is what caught my eye with some of these companies, with this company's products. I saw a review on this here mix, and I said, I got to give this a try. I really want to try this. I saw some of the other products that interest me as well, and I've got some of them. And I tried one. I tried the chicken cacciatore. But this two-step mix, this barbecue shrimp, I'm real excited about this, getting some of these fresh Gulf shrimp in there. And this is something that you can pick up yourself no matter where you live in the United States. And you can get this, and you probably can even get it out of the country. I know you can order it online, but you can get this in H-E-B. And we're going to put this together. I'm going to put it to the test. I really am, because I love barbecue shrimp, I'll tell you what. And I'm going to see if this is really about the original, the good flavor, that wonderful, rich, deep flavor that is barbecue shrimp, y'all. And I just can't wait to get started and try this two-step mix. All right, y'all, let's get started. And the only other thing you'll need is butter, about 1.5 sticks of butter, and a lemon, okay? And that's it. Just the 1-2 step there. So you got butter and lemon in your sauce. So I've got my pan heating up here. I'm turning to about a medium-high heat. Let it heat for about a minute, y'all. So after it's been a minute already, I'm going to go ahead and start adding this butter. And I'll tell you, the key to this butter is I cut it up in little pieces like this. I'm going to turn this down a little bit because it's a cast iron skillet. But what you can do is you can heat your butter up just like this. And if you slice it up into small pieces, it works better because it melts a lot faster. So we're going to heat this butter, just start to melt the butter here, and then we'll add the mix. So here we go with the mix. Wonderful, y'all. The aroma that we're getting from this. Again, you don't have to do this in a cast iron, but traditionally, it's the way I've seen it done. I've also seen it done in a stainless steel pan. That's nice too. You've just got different ways of controlling your heat. So get as much of that out as you can. You possibly can, because that's just goodness right there. Don't want to add no water to nothing. And here's the tools I'm using here. I'm using these tongs here and this little spatula, slotted spoon thing. But we're going to stir this around. Turn the heat up just a little bit. As soon as I get this butter melted, I'm fixing to add shrimp back in, or the shrimp in. My Gulf fresh shrimp here, y'all. Oh wow, and this just smells heavenly here. It really does. Stir that in. I just find it a lot easier if you go ahead and mix this up and get your everything started before you add the shrimp. You could add the shrimp all at one time if you wanted to. I'm using a pound of just large, 16, 20 or so, just fresh Gulf shrimp. The heads aren't on these. Traditionally, yes, I do like to use the head-on shrimp, but I know most of you probably can't get the head-on shrimp, so we're going to use the headless shrimp here. But you don't want to peel them. You want to do the peeling on. What you want to do is kind of flatten these out a little bit. And we're just going to let these go here on this about medium. We'll turn up to about medium-high here. Just sizzle here for about 30 seconds. After your 30 seconds is up, I know this sounds crazy, but you want to go in there, you want to flip your shrimp. If all possible. That's why you don't want to use too many shrimp. I say just a pan like this. You want to flip the shrimp over. And what we're going to do is we're going to let them just come to a nice pink on the other side once we get all these guys flipped over. So you want to flip your shrimp. The main thing you don't want to do in a dish like this, though, is overcook your shrimp. Because they won't peel right, you just ruin your dish. You want to be real mindful of what you're doing as far as just letting these shrimp get nice and pink. You don't want to overcook them. And see how they're pink on that one side? That's what we're looking for. Turn them like this. Turn them like that. You could also do this in a hot oven if you wanted to, but that's a little bit more complicated. This is the best method, in my opinion, for starting out. And this is the cook well instructional method too, is just doing it in the pan. Right now we got those shrimp sitting there, just beautiful, beautiful, just simmering. We'll go ahead and take this lemon, we'll squeeze this lemon right there over them. There's 1, 2 halves. Look at that, gorgeous. Let's see, let's flip these shrimp here. Just want to kind of keep them moving a little bit. And now I'm going to add a little bit more butter, y'all. Just got that other half stick, cut it up in small little pads like that. We'll add it, we'll put about a half in now, and wait about 30 seconds more. We'll add the other half. Basically, this stage here could take anywhere from 30 seconds all the way to about 2 minutes. You want to wash those shrimp just so they start getting fully pink and don't have any more gray on them. That's how we know they're done. You know, don't be afraid to move them around, bother them, you know. They're not like a steak or something that you want to leave in one place. You want to try to get them evenly cooked because they cook fast. So I'm just going to just move it around like that. Get that in. Look at these beauties, y'all. Look at this. So I'm going to add a couple more pats of butter. This is no health food here. But then again, you know, it's the dipping sauce that you got all this butter and these shrimp just taking in this wonderfulness. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut my heat off. Cut my heat off. It's a cast iron pan. It's going to hold plenty of heat. But you see how the shrimp are all mostly, don't have very much any gray, hardly at all showing. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to let this go about 30 more seconds and this will be ready to serve. Okay, look y'all, these are ready to serve here. It took all of about 2 minutes, you know, in the simmering process there. Just want to give this a good stir. Get my sauce like it should be. I'm going to show you all how to serve them up, all right? And what you want to do here, see, I've got my bowl here. You definitely want to use a plate with the recession in the bottom, or kind of a bowl like, so you can get plenty of juice, but you want to set some shrimp in here. Go ahead and fill the bottom up with shrimp. Okay, so I got the shrimp nice and sitting in a bowl like that. Now let me draw you over here to the pan with the sauce. And this all doesn't really do too much for taste. This is presentation. What you want to do, and I wish I had all the shrimp out of here, but I'm going to serve them all right now, is you want to try to emulsify your sauce, get everything stirred in together, where you don't have, you know, the butter and then everything's all broken, okay? You'll stir that just like that there. You want to take that wonderful sauce, just want to scoop some of it up, and you just want to spoon it over those beautiful shrimp. But you want to just keep doing that a few times so you get nice coverage on your shrimp, because that sauce is just a thing of beauty there, y'all. I'm telling you, that is a big part of it right there, is that sopping sauce, that wonderful, spicy, buttery sauce that the barbecue shrimp is served in and cooked in as well. Got those wonderful barbecue shrimp right there. One I like to garnish with is a little bit of fresh lemon. Oh yeah. Maybe a little bit of sprig of rosemary. It's all part of it there. It's wonderful rosemary, and you've got to serve this with some wonderful crusty French bread. Look, see that crunch on there? You want that crusty bread. That's what we got down here in New Orleans, down here in the south, the coast area. You want to serve that up just beautiful like that. That is a meal fit for a king. I'm telling you, I just can't wait to dive into it. Alright, y'all, for this part, get you plenty of paper towels in hand, because I'm telling you what, this is messy. Another thing is, you might want to get you a bib. Take your shrimp. We're going to peel them up. Oh yeah, wonderful. Look at that, peeling. Like I said, you don't worry about getting your hands dirty. You might want to even get your bucket of water. I'm gonna peel that shrimp. Got me somewhere to set my holes over there. We're gonna give this a try, y'all. I'm gonna grab this camera stand with this towel. Look at this New Orleans barbecue shrimp. Uh-oh. Dip that in that juice a little bit. Oh man. Something else. Oh wow. Well, good stuff. Good stuff. Now, let's get your French bread. Look, break you off a piece. You need crusty French bread like this. Let's dip it down in here. Look at that. You want to sop that up. That sopping sauce. It's all part of the experience here, people. Get your real New Orleans barbecue shrimp. I'm telling you what, this is on point. I'm telling you, no exaggeration here. This Cookwell and Company, y'all nailed this one. I mean, this is grade A stuff, and I've had these barbecue shrimp all over New Orleans, the South, everything. As far as doing it at home, this is, I mean, this is grade A stuff, y'all. Really, if you never had barbecue shrimp, or if you've had them and you're looking at a way to make these at home, you gotta go buy and get you some of this stuff. I'm serious. If you don't like it, you let me know. Especially if you've had barbecue shrimp and you like them, because this is some good stuff, y'all. A+ on this product. I just can't get over it. Alright, y'all, I just want to say a couple more things about this New Orleans barbecue shrimp mix here, just because I felt I wanted to give you a couple more ideas. I mean, I was really blown away. I was not expecting it to be that good and that close to authentic. They really set the bar high with that one. I mean, there's no way. I'm sure all their other products are good and everything, but I mean, this This was off the charts, y'all. I'm serious. Like I said, if you've had New Orleans barbecue shrimp and you try this and you don't like it, you let me know, and you let me know what's going on with it, because I really, really love this stuff. I think it's great, and I'm not just saying that. I'm really not. But with that being said, I think with the ease of use with this, with just mixing it with the butter, you're not having to go out and buy wine, you're not having to go out and buy your paprika, you're not having to crack a bunch of black pepper and stuff. I could easily see this mix be incorporated into other dishes with or without the shrimp. If you made this sauce up and you took like a nice firm but flaky fish, like we have our redfish down south here, the red drum, and you poured this sauce over that red drum, especially with some of those shrimp, over a nice grilled or blackened red drum, I think it would be unbelievable. Even over a nice steak with nice char on the outside, and you've got this buttery, spicy. I mean, you really have to just try this stuff just to get that taste. It would go wonderful on a steak. Also, I can see too, for those of you who've had alligator, you know, some nice alligator, little bits of alligator cooked up and blackened or something like that, and you stir that in there, and that would be nice as well. But anyway, I just want to put those couple extra ideas out there for y'all. And you know, I really hope to try this again soon. I wish that I had an HEB by me that I could actually get some. My sister, she lives in Houston. Might have to get her to buy me some. Well, I can order it from them actually. Yeah, I forgot about that. You can order it straight from the Cookwell website and just order it and have it shipped to you. But this is really good, y'all. Like I said, the two-step barbecue New Orleans style shrimp, man, A+ for sure. All right, y'all.